This is Radio 4, where now it's time once again to join the staff at Britain's least visited country house museum. Simon Callow, Miles Jupp and Jane Horrocks star in Plum House.
Julian, have you seen Peter anywhere?
What time is it? 12:30. He'll either be taking a nap or trying to find the best place to take a nap.
Well, our first guest will be arriving soon, and he still needs to clear his things out of his flat.
Ah, right. Yes, that's come around quickly.
Read it where it's due. He's certainly taken the news a lot better than I was expecting.
Yes, you see...
Oh, Thomas, a fine face for a fine afternoon. Everything all right? Julian, you look a bit pale.
Do you need me to grab anything while I'm here, Peter?
Steady on, old chap.
Only our guest will obviously expect the room to be empty. Clean and tidy.
Thomas, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
What you and Julian discussed last week about you moving out of the upstairs flat?
Moving? Out of my flat? Are you mad? I've never heard such lunacy in my life.
Come to think of it, Tom, I don't think I ever quite got round to talking to Peter after all.
Plum House by Ben Cottam and Paul McKenna. Episode 4. Grace and Favour.
The Trust are after further ways to monetise the museum, and they've decided that having guests stay upstairs is a good way of doing it.
But the upstairs flat is my flat. My Plum House pied-à-terre. My Cumbrian cubbyhole.
Yes, but we need the extra income. And as I've always said to you, just because the Heritage Trust has kindly let you stay up there rent-free for 30 years, it doesn't mean it's your own personal accommodation.
I'm well aware of that, Thomas.
Great, well,
It's my wife's accommodation as well. Although, admittedly, her visits are few and far between, as she prefers to stay with her sister on the Isle of Man.
Douglas?
No, I believe she's named Mary. And while it's often been said that long-distance marriages are doomed to failure, my wife and I, we've always had a certain understanding.
Well, I need you to understand, Peter, that our first guests are arriving at any minute. So, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to vacate the flat whether you like it or not.
But then where on earth am I supposed to live?
It's fine. Julian's looked into alternative accommodation for you.
That was my job as well, was it? I mean, I'm not an estate agent now, am I?
Well, I can tell you now. You'll have to drag me out of that flat. You'll have to pull my cold, lifeless body from the bed, for I shan't be going anywhere.
Peter! No!
Oh, what's up with Peter?
Tom just evicted him.
What, Julian?
Well, I need to get in there and change the sheets before that couple arrive. You know Peter likes to eat biscuits in bed.
I'd better give the room a lick of paint as well, cover some of the damp.
Look, first things first, I just need you two to get him out of there.
Wait, is that one of the guests coming up the drive?
Oh, God, they're early. Look, you lot just crack on, okay? I'll go stall them.
Oh, I don't like that dress she's wearing. It's a bit revealing, is that? Leaves nought to the imagination whatsoever.
Maybe I should go and introduce myself as well.
Ugh, unbelievable. It's like a dog on heat.
She's a very attractive woman, probably. I mean, you know me, Maureen. I just don't see these things. Now, if she was a vintage tractor, I might be more interested. Like, say, a Massey Ferguson 148.
I wish I'd never bought you that tractor calendar. Come on, we've got a curator to evict.
Hey, hi. My name's Tom Collyer. I believe we've been emailing each other.
Excusez-moi?
Oh, I didn't even know you were French. Oh, your written English is very good indeed.
Oh, Julian, hi. Pleased to meet you. Sorry. A lot of steps. Do you need a hand with anything?
Yeah, I think I've got this. Thanks, Julian. And so will your partner be joining us later then, Laura?
I am not Laura, and I do not have a partner.
I did introduce myself, didn't I? Julian, just to shake your hand again there.
Yes, okay. That's very sweaty. My name is Grace Charbonnier, and I'm here for the painting.
Right. Are you a friend of Alan's?
I'm a landscape artist. I'm here to paint your chateau for a project celebrating the old relics of your strange country.
Yeah, this is all coming as a bit of a surprise, to be honest, Grace.
Yes, but I have already contacted the museum about my visit. I spoke to an Emma.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Well, Emma left a few months ago, so I don't think the message was ever passed on.
She said she would inform the deputy curator.
I see. Julian?
Yes, now you mention it, this is ringing a bell.
Look, I am already losing the light, and I only have a day to finish, so if one of you can go and get my things from the car...
Shotgun, Julian.
I'll also need a coffee, a comfortable chair, complete and utter silence.
Look, Grace, to be honest, we're actually a little bit busy this afternoon, so maybe we could just reschedule it for another
No.
day.
I think I'll set up round the back. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, this is all we need. Some tricky artist stomping around the place.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't she? I'd better stay and look after her.
Yeah, because of all that sexual chemistry you have.
You were feeling that too, were you? It's electric, isn't it?
Oh, fine. At least it'll keep you out of the way.
Grace, mon ami, you forgot to give me your car keys.
Come on, Peter, let us in. Alan will give you a hand packing up your things.
Never!
Please, Mr. Knight.
No! I'm writing a very strong letter to the Trust this instant, telling them how appalled I am.
But how are you going to post it if you don't let anybody in?
Yes, a fair point.
Look, at least let me come in and change those sheets. What's the harm in that?
I suppose no ill ever came through fresh bed linen. All right, in you come, Maureen. Not Alan.
Righto.
How's it going?
Well, he's just let Maureen in, but he's not for budging, Tom. I guess I could always smoke him out, like I did with those moles. I'll just need a box of matches, a couple of logs, and a shovel to hit him over the head with.
Let's call that Plan B for now.
Now that is a lovely easel. And I know easels. I actually took GCSE art. Don't like to brag, but I was in the top half of the class. Until I handed my coursework in. Shh, sorry. How's your coffee?
Fine. Now, if you can just...
Yeah, top coffee, this. Made from only the finest Javan and Guatemalan beans. And then what Kenko do is turn them into a sort of water-soluble powder. An instant coffee, as it were, but delicious, nonetheless.
Look, I'm trying to concentrate. I mean, the smell in this garden is bad enough.
Yes, Alan likes to cover the lawn with manure in the winter. A foot deep in places. Visitors have lost pets before. Even a child once went...
Please, Justin.
Julian. Close enough.
Maybe I'll take a break.
You haven't even started yet. Or is it like a minimalist sort of thing? Oh, yeah, I get it now. Yeah, very à la mode, very Joan Miró. You know, I've always loved her stuff.
I think I'll go for a walk.
How about a talk?
No,
Of...
you just stay here. I'll go on my own.
Say no more. I'll guard the canvas.
Ah, c'est nul, ce type.
Please, Peter, be reasonable. If you just come out...
Never! I've barricaded myself in.
He hasn't all. He's balanced his bedside table on his chest of drawers.
Oh, for God's sake.
And he's on top of it like he's in Les Mis.
Vive la révolution!
Maybe we should call the fire brigade, Tom.
Oh, by the time they've broken the door down...
No, just to coax him out. He's always liked their uniforms.
I can hear what you're saying, you know. No man will get me out of here, whatever the colour of his helmet.
Oh, hello, Tom.
Oh, God, this is all we need.
What are you doing?
Yes, long story, Grace. Do you know what, you just crack on. Toilets are downstairs on the left, if that's what you're...
Who's behind there?
It's our curator. Now, you know, we really are very busy.
Is this him in the photograph?
Yeah, that's Peter in the middle, with his wife on one side, and then that's a Greek waiter they brought back with them after a trip to Skiathos. I can't remember what happened to Demetrius now, actually.
Incroyable. That face. Do you think this Peter would sit for a portrait for me in front of the museum? One relic in front of another.
I guess it's worth a try.
Hello, Peter. This is Grace Charbonnier. I was wondering whether I could paint your portrait.
Oh, I'm not falling for that one. This is Tom, isn't it? Pretending to be a French femme fatale. Trying to coax the bird from its nest, but it won't work.
I promise you, Peter.
I've seen men dressed as women on 4 continents. Only once was I caught out. Well, twice, if you count that strange night in S03E04.
Well, you budge up. It's difficult dusting a bedside table with you sat on it.
Yeah, I might go ring the fire brigade, just in case.
You, scruffy man.
Yes?
Speak to him. Tell him I am a real woman.
Oh, crikey. All right. Hello, Peter.
Yes?
Peter, this is Alan Walsh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Alan Walsh. Or is it Tom?
Oh, no, it's not Tom. It really is Alan, and there really is a foreign lady standing next to me.
Interesting. Alan's as straight a man as I ever met. Almost to a fault sometimes. All right. I am satisfied neither of you is Tom.
See, Peter? Foreign lady.
Enchanté.
I promise. I am a serious painter, and I'd love to paint you.
Naturellement. I mean, of course, I'm no stranger to canvas. But another depiction, a little something extra for posterity, who could refuse? Won't you come in?
No. Outside in the garden, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, righto. This is a trap, isn't it? To surrender my castle.
Oh, don't be so silly. Go and have your picture done. I can hold the fort here for you.
Will you hurry up? Before I lose the light.
I won't be long. My only appointment is with artistic immortality. Probably haven't seen a physique like this outside of Hellenistic sculpture. The films of Johnny Weissmuller.
Peter, no talking.
What about like this? Adonis, startled by the wild boar.
No, keep the same pose throughout.
My eyes are hurting.
Well, mine are firmly closed.
That's what I mean. Mine are hurting from being so tightly shut. Why did you get him to do this?
It wasn't my idea. Grace, did you ask him to pose in the nude?
He walked down the path like this.
I say, Grace, don't get distracted by this pair of prudes. Eyes on the prize. Do you know how I keep my thighs this muscular? Weightlifting. Oh, yes. A Bulgarian gentleman taught me when I was young. You'd be astonished if you saw how much I could clean and jerk back in the day.
Put your back into it, Alan. Last job and we're done.
Oh, it's very dusty.
That's why we're beating it. Don't want it clogging up my Hoover bag. And besides, it's a proper British way of cleaning a carpet, is this. I'm surprised some EU expert didn't ban it.
They're a nuisance, aren't they? Expert. It's like when they told me to stop drinking from that stream behind my house because it was contaminated with lead from the mine. It's never done me any harm, has it?
Alan?
Hello? Anybody? Oh, hi, I'm presuming this is Plum House.
What did the sign say on the gate?
Plum House.
Well, there's your answer then.
Right.
But no tours today, were
Oh, no, we're staying with you tonight in the old curator suite, Nick and Laura.
Oh, yes. We're almost ready for you. Alan, why don't you make these lovely people a brew while I show them the gift shop?
Oh, you don't normally let me use the kettle on my own. You see, I like to put my face in the steam.
You don't need to see Laura's booking reference. Did we get this through Airbnb?
No, that was last night.
You're here now. That's good enough for me. So come on, chop chop. I might give you a special deal on a couple of fridge magnets. Or how about a Plum House hat?
I don't really wear hats.
Trust me, love, you'll be wearing one soon. Even I can see you thinning on top. And I'm waiting for a cataract operation.
You're moving again.
Fix it from his own flat.
It was not my decision. Julian was meant to at least give you some notice.
I've had a lot on my plate.
Hardly.
Yeah, and I'm sure Grace will echo my sentiments. Us creatives, we don't like to get bogged down in practicalities.
Tais-toi!
You see? At least she's on my side.
Thomas, I know you're always the kind of chap to step into the breach when a man's against the wall. Perhaps you wouldn't mind having Big Papa P stay with you for a few weeks.
Oh, I've got family coming to stay, sorry. Yeah, my family from Northampton.
Cobblers.
Oh, I do, I really do.
No, I mean, do they make shoes? It's the town's trade. I've a pair of brogues need resoling.
Why don't you stay with Julian?
Now, there's a good idea. Hold on to your sides. Laughter ahead. Next stop, Jape Central.
No, I'm sorry, Peter.
What?
I've also got family visiting from Southampton. Portsmouth. No, I'll stick with Southampton.
It's the first I've heard of either of your families visiting.
What do you think so far, Thomas? Have I captured your curator?
Well, I mean, you know, you're a professional. So.
You don't like my painting?
No, it's just to be honest, it's just a bit abstract for me, I think. I like art to be a bit more, I don't know, straightforward, you know? So what you see is what you get.
Is he being serious? What do you want me to do? Just take a photo on my phone?
Oh, God, look, fine, whatever. It's just my opinion. I better see how Alan and Maureen are getting on anyway.
Ignore him, Grace. He's a Philistine.
No. Maybe he's right to criticize. It's refreshing to meet a man with such honesty.
Yeah. Actually, I don't really like your painting either. Especially how you've done those trees in the background. Maybe you could...
The trees are fine.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Do you think I could stick with Maureen, Julian?
But would you want to, Peter? She watches The X Factor. And the show about The X Factor. And...
X Factor? Is that some sort of thriller about the Nazis trying to create a fascist Ubermensch?
No, but they do try and jazz up the format every now and then.
What about Alan?
Oh, I think Alan lives in his car.
Yes, but we could drive around at night, foiling rural crime. Sheep rustlers beware. It's Peter and Alan to the rescue. The title needs a little work.
Stay where you are, Peter.
I think his car's sat on bricks at the moment. He sold his tyres, but he hasn't been able to drive to the garage for some new ones.
So, just wait a moment. Of all the Plum House staff, not one of them is able nor willing to house their dear old curator.
Afraid so.
Grace, if you don't mind, I'm going to put on my underpants and go back inside the museum.
What? No, stay still. I'm halfway through.
I'm sorry, but I'm suddenly quite cold. The British weather is a greater enemy of the nudist than the prudist, and though I have the body of a god, my constitution is only that of a mere mortal. I'm off to resume my protest upstairs.
And then it was just Grace and her faithful assistant.
Please, stop talking.
That hat looks absolutely cracking. And seriously, if you suddenly think you want anything else from the gift shop, just ring and we'll fetch it up to you.
Thanks. Yes, you did say. A couple of times, actually.
I can always carry things upstairs in my bucket.
Even in the middle of the night. Especially in the middle of the night.
OK. Yes, well, we'll bear it in mind.
Here's your nice, clean room. No crumbs to be seen.
And you can't see the damp now, neither.
Great. Well, thanks for your help, then. See you in a bit.
Night-night.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon, Alan.
Finally.
I never thought we'd be short of them.
What a pair.
It's eccentric in here, isn't it?
Tons of books.
Heroes and their hoses. A pictorial appreciation of the firemen.
Who has a giant picture of Michael Portillo above their desk? I mean, maybe Michael Portillo, but...
Oh, well. I think this place is quite cute. Homely.
Not as cute as you.
Cheese.
Love a bit of cheese.
What was that?
Sorry, what are you doing in here?
I could very easily ask you the same question.
Why are you...
Yes, my briefs. Well, I was recently posing in the nude.
What were you doing in our toilet?
Sadly, I must always conduct my bathroom business by daylight. Do you want to know why?
No, we're not really interested.
Because my name is Peter Knight.
Nick, call reception.
You see, I was evacuated near here during the war. The local children seized on my plummy vowels, my essence of elsewhere.
Working.
And you know what they said to me?
You're going for a pee tonight. Hey, you're going for a pee tonight. Are you having a pee tonight?
The phone's not working. Do I press 1?
Peeing tonight, pee tonight.
Call the police.
And so to this day, I cannot micturate. I cannot make toilet after 6 o'clock.
It's not plugged in, that.
I have to go in the day. Now I've got nowhere to live, and I'm really so frightfully cold in my underpants.
Hello?
Can I sleep with you tonight? Please?
Please, please.
Oh, come on. I could just sleep in the middle. As my friend Jeremy Thorpe used to say, just pretend I'm not here.
Thanks for agreeing not to press charges. Again, we're very sorry.
So they're going to give Plum House a bad review. So what? It's not going to be on there forever. Like I always say, they'll switch that internet off eventually.
What a pair of spoiled sports. If a nice man strode into my boudoir in his jockeys, my first thought wouldn't be to call the peelers, I can tell you that much.
Peter, we've just had to refund our first paying guests. Not only that, we've had to pay for their accommodation tonight at a posh hotel instead. And why? Because our curator entered their room in his underpants, started crying about being bullied in the 1940s and refused to leave. I mean, can you imagine anything worse?
A load of wasps and bees behind a cavity wall just buzzing forever.
Not now, Alan.
Hey, don't get annoyed at me and Alan. We weren't the ones wearing underpants.
I'm wearing underpants and clothes on top, thank you very much.
No, you're right. Peter, you're to blame for all this. So here's what we're going to do. Alan, go stick a padlock on the flat door.
Righto.
What? Will I be getting a facsimile of the key?
No. That's it. You can find somewhere else to stay, Peter. And this time, I mean it.
By my fur and whiskers. Maureen, I don't suppose...
Not a chance.
Great question. I'd probably have to go Monet first, then Manet, then...
I don't care. I never asked you a question in the first place. Please, do you not have any other work to be doing?
Me? Oh, no, very much my own boss around here. Nearly home time now, anyway.
I thought Thomas was your boss.
Tom? No chance. No. Between us, everyone thinks Tom's a bit of a loner, a bit of a loser.
Oh, he doesn't have a partner?
No, Tom sort of never got over this girl called Emma. Crazy, if you ask me. He was head over heels for her. Totally pathetic.
Ah, well, what is life if you don't live with passion?
Oh, I completely agree. But he just wandered around like a sad little puppy.
Is there any pain so pure as a broken heart?
Yeah, he gets eczema as well, behind his ears. Might even be psoriasis. So just forget about Tom.
Ugh, parfait. And now the sun starts setting. Mon Dieu. Fine. An actual question for you.
Yes, I am also single. I know it's hard to believe.
No, where does one eat round here? My bed and breakfast doesn't do dinner, and...
Ah, well, if you want the best cuisine around here, I can get you an exclusive table at Chez Julien.
Who is...
Me. Again, I'm Julian. I'm saying, come round to mine, and I'll cook.
That's kind of you. But this is just for food. You understand? Nothing romantic. I cannot stress this enough. I do not find you attractive.
Hearing you loud and clear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go get the place ready. Maybe light a few candles.
It's not a date.
We don't have to label it. Hello? Is someone in here? I'll call the police.
Oh, not again.
Peter! What are you doing here?
Homeless, old chap. Exiled like Napoleon on Elba. Padlocked out of my own premises.
Right, well, you can't stay here.
There's no sign of your family.
No, Grace is coming tonight. I think I'm onto a winner here, so I've promised her a spectacular meal.
Oh, dear.
What do you mean, oh, dear?
What chance do you have of achieving that on your own? But have no fear. The Peter Knight is here. I'm practically La Rousse Gastronomique.
Are you sure? Because I haven't spent the whole day wooing her, Peter, just to have you come in and ruin everything at the last minute. We are practically soulmates, Grace and I. We've got that much in common. It's a real meeting of minds, an intellectual love affair. Oh, she is bloody fit.
Julian, when have I ever let you down?
Hold on, I have actually been keeping a note of this. Should be a desk diary here somewhere.
Trust me, old chap. Let Peter cook in the kitchen while you disport in the dining room. Now, what culinary delights do you have for me to work with?
Well, I don't have time to go to the shop, but I think there should already be a tin of beans in the cupboard and maybe some chicken nuggets in the freezer.
Chicken nuggets? I haven't heard of those, but they sound delightful. And do you have a toque blanche?
A what?
A chef's hat. Don't worry, I'll improvise. Now, lead me to the kitchen. Let the maestro work his magic.
Ah, you off then, Grace? Well, you'll have to let us know what happened to the painting in the end.
There is no painting. I gave up.
Yeah.
A wasted afternoon.
You lasted a lot longer than most of the visitors we get. Anyway, bon voyage.
Actually, I have a little time to kill until my dinner plans. Perhaps we could go for a drink, Thomas.
No, you're all right.
You busy?
Yeah. Long overdue a quiet night in. I'm going to catch up with a bit of telly. So, have fun.
Ah, I see. He still pines for his one true love.
Sorry?
In France, we have a saying. The loneliest man in the village never realizes...
Actually, if I go now, I'm going to catch the final round of Pointless. So, great, lovely. Lovely meeting you.
A bientôt.
Oh, salut, Grace. Come in. Some wine, perhaps?
No, thank you.
Oh, really? I thought all you Frenchies loved a glass.
That's just a lazy stereotype. So I think we're beyond these lame, xenophobic notions.
Of course, I couldn't agree more.
Bonsoir. Votre nourriture est servie.
OK, just better take it down a notch, Peter.
I am not only chef this evening, but maitre d'. Now, I'm afraid we were all out of frog's legs, foie gras, escargot in Pernod butter, but let us begin with chicken nuggets a la Peter Knight. Don't worry, I've covered them in garlic, just how you like them.
Why is all the food burnt to a crisp?
Now, I did run into a few difficulties when using Julian's toaster.
Why didn't you use the oven, Peter?
As all great chefs know, the oven should only ever be used as a last resort.
I can't eat this. And why has he got a rolled-up newspaper on his head?
That's actually called a toque blanche.
Are they just the spitting image of Escoffier?
The moustache was all Peter's idea. I didn't even know I had any Marmite left in the cupboard.
No, I'm sorry. Forget it. I'm leaving.
But Grace, I've lit a whole bag of tea lights now. I've got Kit Kats for dessert.
This was a mistake. Au revoir.
Marie Antoinette once gone, the peasants feasted. Everything all right, old chap? Why are you looking at me like that?
Hold on. Just coming. Oh, it's you.
I thought maybe I could eat with you, Thomas.
I've only got a frozen pizza, though, so...
Ah, merveilleux. My favourite.
Oh, fine. Well, I could probably share a couple of slices, if I had to.
You speak to me like no other man ever has, Tom.
In his dressing gown.
So moody, so indifferent.
Yeah. Are you coming in or not? Only I'm letting a lot of heat out here.
I like the way the light plays off your beautiful bony nose and the texture of your delicate, mottled skin. I find it very interesting.
Yeah, thank you. I think there was a compliment in there somewhere.
Wait. Don't move. Stand still.
Oh, is there a spider? Oh, look, if there's a spider, get it off me right now. What are you doing?
What do you think? I'm kissing you.
Why?
Because you intrigue me, Tom. You're a lost soul, trying to find love in a broken world, just like me.
Oh, sod it. Beats watching the one show. Oh, so I just remembered, it's a pepperoni pizza. You're not veggie, are you?
Stop talking.
Tom? Hello? Tom?
Oh my God, Emma!
Sorry, I'm clearly interrupting.
No,
This is the Emma?
Oh, yes, but...
Really? Oh. None taken.
Race, please, Emma, what are you...
I just came to say... You know what? It doesn't matter, actually. Never mind. I'll leave you two to it.
No, Emma, wait, come back. I don't even like her.
Tom, I will go. I could never come between true love. Also, you use far too much tongue. There's just no need for it.
Yeah, all right.
Before I leave, let me offer you one more piece of advice. Give this Emma some space tonight. It's better not to have these difficult conversations when emotions are running high. It's just a bit too French.
You think so?
I know so. Bonsoir.
Oh, Tom, what have you done? Oh. Emma, I can explain. Oh, for God's sake.
Wouldn't have room for a little one, Thomas?
Plum House was written by Ben Cottam and Paul McKenna. It starred Tom Bell, Simon Callow, Louise Ford, Jane Horrocks, Miles Jupp and Piers Quigley, with Celeste String, Jason Forbes and Jade Ogugwa. It was directed by Paul Schlesinger and the producer was Claire Broughton. Plum House is a BBC Studios production.